Jill Duggar and Derick Dillard have been one such couple from 19 kids and counting on that have been upfront about the abuse they had to deal with behind closed doors. Most of it relates to Josh Duggar, who is in prison now. Before possessing and receiving CSAM, he was also guilty of molesting his sisters, including Jill. Since then, Jill has been vocal about her traumatic childhood, sharing her experiences on podcasts and releasing books. Meanwhile, her husband Derick has been supportive of her through and through. He has also been bashful of Jill's parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. Well, he decided to slam Jill's father again after there was a buzz about reconciliation. It was shocking to see Jill Duggar shedding tears and appearing in the Shiny Happy People documentary to expose Josh Duggar and her family's toxic IBLP teachings. She and her husband, Derick Dillard, have disapproved of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. Well, they have constantly tried to protect Josh during his trial instead of looking after the daughters he molested. Duggar News followers have supported this. Despite this, Jill once mentioned in a podcast that she is in the rebuilding phase with her parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. She won't mind reconciling with them as long as they can practice having healthy boundaries. Then, reports suggested that Derick was spotted mingling with Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar at their house. It happened during their Christmas party. The news about Jill and Derick Dillard being present at the Duggar family Christmas party took Duggar News followers by storm. After all, everyone knows of their strained bonds. So, they found it hard to believe when people claimed they saw Derick Dillard and Jim Bob mingling. Well, the former at last decided to clear the air about this buzz on the internet. Derick took to his Instagram to claim that he has not conversed with Jim Bob Duggar for more than 10 mins since last year. While he and his wife Jill were indeed at the party, they did so to be on civil terms with the family. This meant that all was not hunky-dory, as per Derick, and he was upset with people manipulating the narrative to fit their agenda of having click-worthy news. Fans must remember how Derick Dillard was a part of Josh Duggar's trial. He attended every day to know in detail all the wrongdoings of the controversial Duggar News member. After all, he made his wife, Jill Duggar, suffer in her childhood. Well, it's quite clear that Derick Dillard is in no mood to pass the olive branch to Jill's parents. The best thing that I could have done, to love these people by sharing truth, says Duggar Vuolo, whose new book People Pleaser debuts on January 14. Jinger Duggar Vuolo's decision to speak out against wrongdoing hasn't always been positively received by those around her. The former Counting on Stars 2023 book, Becoming Free Indeed, My Story of Disentangling Faith from Fear, saw her condemning the teachings of her family's controversial, ultra-conservative Christian organization, the Institute in Basic Life Principles, and its minister Bill Gothard. It was important for her to speak out, even though it was hard to do, resulting in her pushing through her tendency to please others by staying silent when it mattered most. In saying no to the beliefs she was taught through her former church, Jinger tells people she tried to focus my thoughts on how can I love and serve the people who've been so hurt by this teaching, not caring what all the critics are going to say. I'm going to just put all that aside and say, no, I want to do what I feel called to do, and that's to speak truth, she continues. So let me just put on my blinders and focus on that, and share my story, and then whatever the outcome is, I know I've done what I'm supposed to do. Jinger found not being consumed by this fear of speaking out to be actually was so freeing, she says. Yes, there were critics. Yes, there were people who were saying very harsh things, she continues. There were loved ones that would say things that were very unkind. It was not easy, but at the end of the day, I realized it was the best decision. It was the best thing that I could have done, to love these people by sharing truth. That was something that was freeing for me because the more that I'm thinking clearly through the why behind I want to speak truth, I need to stand up for the vulnerable, she adds. My people-pleasing before would never have allowed me to do that. I would have been silent. Jinger's latest book, People Pleaser: Breaking Free from the Burden of Imaginary Expectations, out January 14, sees her opening up about how her struggles with pleasing others was ultimately to her detriment. Whenever I first realized I was a people pleaser, I saw elements of it when I was younger in my life, she admits. There were many times where I would think, oh man, I hate that I'm so consumed by what everybody thinks about me. But I just didn't know how to get out of that pattern of thinking. Though she does share how she navigated her people-pleasing issues and reveals the solution to the matter in the book, and spoiler, the answer may surprise you. The 19 kids and counting alum knows she's still a work in progress. I think once I got through writing Becoming Free Indeed, I started to see that there was a change in my heart. There was a huge change from that serious craving and desperation, she says. I will say, I'm not perfect. I haven't arrived. I don't have all the answers, but I'm just sharing along my journey and how I've seen steps to just be able to think differently, she adds. I think it all starts in our thoughts. The Duggar family knows a thing or two about chaos. The family of 19 children, plus mom and dad, Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar, are the stars of TLC's 19 Kids and Counting, which means a lot of people and a lot of cameras everywhere at all times, with so many people around them all the time, and with them being in the public eye, there is more than likely a huge need or rules and ethics, so the 19 kids in the family can stay grounded. So it is no surprise that the Duggar family's code of ethics is rooted in their religion and values, making sure they stay true to themselves without letting the cameras get in the way. If you haven't watched 19 Kids and Counting, then you are probably unaware of the fact that the Duggars are devout Christians and practicing independent Baptists, according to In Touch Weekly, who devote a lot of their lives to serving God. This explains some of their behaviors, like no kissing until marriage, that might appear a bit odd to some, but may be completely normal to others. Fans have watched these behaviors play out on TLC and Counting On, where the Duggar daughters play out their relationships and lives in front of television cameras. If you've watched the Duggars before, you've already seen that the family has a code for courtship, but their most extreme rules, according to AOL, show that the family's ethics are strong. They know exactly how they want to live their lives, and they won't back down for anyone. While that might be super hard to believe in 2017, members of the Duggar family are not allowed to have a Facebook or Instagram page until they are engaged, according to The Hollywood Gossip. This is why oldest daughter Jana is absent from social media and why newlywed daughter Joy Anna Forsyth doesn't have many photos on her account. She was only able to get an Instagram account in May. The Duggar women dress modestly, preferring to wear long skirts and dresses and short sleeves, rather than shorts and pants. Michelle explained her decision to dress her daughters modestly in a 2013 TLC blog post, writing, "While in their courtships, according to Today, the Duggar daughters are not allowed to text the boy they are courting or talk to them on the phone, without including their dad, Jim Bob, on the phone. This is to understandably keep an eye on his kids. With strong conservative values, the Duggar children are not allowed to smoke cigarettes or drink alcohol," according to AOL. In 2014, the older Duggar daughters did tell Cosmopolitan that they did drink alcohol once but hated the taste, and the risks of drinking aren't worth it for them. You see the effects, and it really makes you think of the consequences for some of these actions, Jill Duggar told Cosmopolitan at the time. While these ethics might not be everyone's cup of tea, they seem to work very well for the Duggar family. The Duggar family is known for starring on 19 Kids and Counting, but on Monday, the reality TV family mourned the loss of their 20th child on what would have been her 6th birthday. In an emotional post to the Duggar family official Facebook page, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar honored their daughter Jubilee, who was stillborn on December 11, 2011. It's hard to believe Jubilee would have been 6 years old today. The post reads, "Jubilee is our 20th child, who was stillborn. We so look forward to seeing Jubilee in heaven." In the Bible, King David's baby died, and he stated, "I shall go to him, but he shall not return to me." The family also posted a photo of Jubilee's grave, which is located at Fairview Memorial Gardens in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Jubilee weighed only 4 ounces and measured 6 centimeters in length when she came into the world in December 2011. The family had announced a month early on the Today Show that they were expecting. During that announcement, Michelle revealed Jubilee was due in April 2012. The family covered the loss of Jubilee in a special episode of 19 Kids and Counting. A portion of that episode is posted below. The Duggar family took a family photo to commemorate the 2017 Thanksgiving holiday. The Duggars had a full and happy household at their Thanksgiving feast this year. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, who previously starred on TLC's 19 Kids and Counting and frequently appear on Counting On, hosted the majority of their 19 children and grandchildren for the November holiday Thursday. On Friday, the parents shared behind-the-scenes photos from the celebration in their home on their blog, and they also posted a smiling family snapshot to Instagram of the group sitting on their Arkansas home's staircase. "What a great few days we have had with our family celebrating Thanksgiving. We truly have so much to be thankful for." They captioned the photo, which included their eldest son Josh and his wife Anna, who welcomed their 5th child in September. The duo also shared numerous images of the family to their blog post, including Jinger and Jeremy Volo, daughter Jill Dillard and her 4-month-old son Samuel, and eldest daughter Jana Duggar, cuddling up to her nieces and nephews. "We had a wonderful time together over the past few days, lots of delicious food, and the making of new memories that will last a lifetime. We were so thankful to have kids and grandkids under one roof," the parents wrote on the family blog. "Family is really one of the greatest blessings from God, and we are especially thankful for our family." They continued, "We hope your Thanksgiving holiday was just as wonderful." Absent from the family snapshot was daughter Joy Anna Duggar Forsyth and her husband Austin, who are expecting their first child. In August, the newlyweds, who tied the knot in May, exclusively revealed to people that Joy Anna is pregnant. "We're so happy and thankful to announce that we're expecting a baby," Joy Anna said. "Every child is such a precious gift from God. I'm most looking forward to watching Austin as a dad and raising children together with him. I have a lot of good memories of my mom teaching us and the quality time we spent together, and I'm really looking forward to doing that with my own children. It's such an amazing thing to be a parent and raise children," she added. The Counting On star welcomed the newest addition of her growing family. Jill Duggar Dillard has given birth to her 2nd child. On Saturday, July 8, the Counting On star and her husband Derick welcomed the newest member of their family, son Samuel Scott Dillard, the Dillard family announced on their website. "We are excited to finally announce the arrival of Samuel Scott Dillard," the family said. "The newest addition to our family arrived on Saturday, July 8, 2017 at 1:02 p.m. He weighs 9 pounds 10 ounces and is 22 long. After 40 hours of labor, he was delivered via C-section at the hospital. Thank you for your continued prayers and support." The couple, who welcomed their firstborn son, Israel, 2, in April 2015, announced that they were expecting a second baby in December of last year. "We are so excited to be expecting Dillard baby 2, Jill, 25, and Derick, 27, told People exclusively. "Children really are a wonderful blessing from God. Having Israel has been such a delight to us that we know a second sweet baby will only continue to add joy to our family. We are thankful to God for this sweet child, and we cannot wait to see her or him face to face." In January, the couple announced that they were expecting another boy, a blue and black t-shirt and red pants. The couple revealed the news to their family through a scavenger hunt with the younger Duggar siblings. Jill's first experience with labor did not exactly go as planned. The first time mom was forced into the hospital with complications, and then eventually had an emergency C-section. However, in February, the mother of two admitted that she is a little more calm and collected this time around. "There's a level of ease that comes with your second pregnancy," she told People. "Derick and I have been down this road together, so we're comfortable. I'm just going to see how it goes, try to be healthy and prepare as much as I can. But this time I know that labor is unpredictable." Joy Anna Duggar has been married for less than a week, but already the 19-year-old counting on star has babies on her brain. "We'll give you a moment to get over the shock." Joy, who married Austin Forsyth last Friday, told People magazine that, like her parents and all of her married siblings, they are leaving the amount of children they have up to God. "We love kids and we're excited to have a family. We're just going to see what the Lord does," she said. The Duggar clan notoriously swears off the use of birth control, so Joy Anna could find herself pregnant very soon. In fact, all of her married siblings have conceived their first child within the first 6 months of their marriages. The exception is Jinger, who has been married 6 months and has yet to announce a pregnancy. As for the number of kids we can expect Joy to squat out, the couple says that is also out of their hands. "We want as many as the Lord thinks we can handle, and we are putting it into His hands," Joy told the magazine. In a video interview taped during Joy and Austin's wedding reception, the three married Duggar daughters, Jessa Seawold, Jill Dillard, and Jinger, gave Joy some marriage advice. Although Jonna Duggar is not married yet, she joined her sisters to reminisce about when Joy was a child, which, honestly, was just a few years ago. "My advice to her for marriage was just to enjoy being a couple," Jessa, who has been married since November 2014, said. "I know that they're super excited to be getting married, and it's going to be amazing. They're perfect for each other." Joy and Austin's wedding will be the focus of the premiere episode of the upcoming season of Counting On, airing June 12 on TLC.